welcome, Lindsay and Karen. Again, thanks for your prompt reply to my email suggesting that we meet for today. So I appreciate your flexibility because I know we're all busy, so it's great that we could come together. I'll be your assessor again for this unit. We did the previous unit of personal wellbeing in the workplace, so I'm looking forward to working with you again for this unit. Just before we begin, I'll just double check with our work health and safety that everyone's comfortable. That's better, Karen.
Thank you.
And check that the light's okay, the temperature's fine for everyone. Yep, okay. And if you need the bathroom, it's just through the back there. And if there's a fire, exits through the here and here. Perfect. The other thing with work health and safety, I've covered our work health and safety here, in our presence. But also, I would like to remind you that you are responsible for your work health and safety at home. When you're studying, make sure you have an ergonomical workstation set up. Don't sit for too long. Take the breaks. Check that your monitor's at the right height. But also, what's becoming very popular and what's really important is your psychosomatic, social, emotional well-being. So if there is times within the course that you feel that you're not coping or you've been thrown a curveball, definitely email me and let me know, because we can discuss it and there can be some adjustments made for you, and even if it's as simple as an extension on an assignment due date.
Good
so make sure we look after ourselves. So we are meeting today to go through the assessment process for the unit BSB PEF 202, Plan and Apply Time Management. Karen, what do you think you would like to get out of this unit?
Just a few, I'm going to say tips, but just maybe some resources to help me sort of manage time in my workplace.
Okay.
It can be a challenge.
Yes.
So
right.
that would be really really good.
And you'll see further down in the assessment there is a component there where we do look at resources.
Great.
So I think that'll be helpful for you. How about you, Lindsay?
So I work as a chaplain,
Yes.
and I also run a business. So sometimes I find managing those two and the crossovers, I need a lot of help with the management side.
Okay, so maybe a plan might help for you, and you'll see further down. And you might have seen in the email that I sent you there, to arrange the dates, that I have sent through the assessment booklet.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, so in your own time you can go through that, but I will go into some further detail now. So the unit of competency, I will just read it. It's about exploring and gaining skills and knowledge that you are required to implement time management processes to organise and complete work tasks. And it's also about reviewing feedback in regards to time management and using appropriate technology. So the assessment, I'll go through this now, is broken down into 3 parts, and I've just put it here, and I can send this as a separate attachment, but the dates are also included in here.
Yep.
So the 3 tasks, the first one are written questions, and that's knowledge questions, and there's only 4 in this section, so I know how we all love knowledge questions. You can find the answers in the learner's guide, but if you feel like you need to, you can explore other options. And that, again, is open book, and you can do that in your own time. The second assessment, task 2, is identify goals and implement a work schedule. And this is broken into 2 parts, part A and B. And part A is a project, and part B is the role play.
Okay.
How do you feel about role plays? Are you becoming more familiar with them?
Oh, I love them.
Yes.
They're great.
That's cool. Okay, because there's in this unit there's two, so you'll be brushing up on your role play skills even more so. So within the project, which is part A, you will identify some work tasks and plan to manage your schedule. So this might be particularly helpful for you, Lindsay. And B in the role play is when you come with your line manager and you discuss those work goals and plans.
Okay.
Assessment 3 is about reviewing and revising time management, and this is a project and role play. And this has been broken down into 3 parts. So you review work against your timelines and instructions. Part B, you review your goals and plans. And then C, you update your work plan. So task 3 is a lot about reviewing and reflecting and what you've learned and how can we change it.
Okay.
So they're the dates that we've been allocated for those.
Okay.
And again, I thought the knowledge questions were due, but it goes in order. So the knowledge questions first, task 2 second, and task 3 third.
Okay, great.
So that's the process of what's going to be assessed, and I've given you the dates.
Yep.
Have you got any questions in regards to that?
No, I don't think so.
If we are approaching that date and we feel, I won't be ready to
Yes.
submit by that date, what do you suggest that
Yeah.
we do?
Definitely, the sooner you know that you're not going to meet the date, contact me, and we can have a discussion, and possibly we can give an extension
Okay.
on the date.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're flexible with that.
Okay.
So the skills that you're going to show competency with, because this is a competency-based unit, the skills that you're going to focus on and that the assessment focuses on, which this comes out of the unit of competency, is that you're going to be developing and implementing one time management plan with the support of a line manager. So you're not doing this on your own. Your line manager's there. Would you both have a line manager in mind that you could do this with?
Definitely.
Yep. Perfect, because that's one less worry for you. The assessment also will be focusing on identifying and developing time management strategies to complete work tasks within specified timeframes. It's also going to be focusing on using digital tools. And how do you feel about that? Using digital tools to help you with time management?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yes, I mean, any learning with that is good for me. So,
Okay.
So it's referring to like laptop, software, phone, any other digital.
Yes, and digital tools that you might use
like
to manage your
word processor, that kind of thing.
and like apps that you might work
Yeah,
that you
great.
might use.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And again, if you do have any trouble or difficulties with the digital side of things, definitely email me and we can get some support set up for you.
Thank you.
And the last point here, what the assessment is focusing on, is you seeking and using feedback to improve your time management skills.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
All right then. So it's important for me that I seek your consent and that you do give your consent for this unit to go ahead and for you to do it. So I'll just ask for your verbal consent now.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
And on the in the assessment book, you will find a page like this, which is the assessment plan. We've got the 3 assessment tasks here with the due dates, and this is your declaration here, and where you're signing and giving your consent that that you give your consent for your information to be used for me to be assessed.
Yep.
And you can read through that you understand the terms of the assessment, the RTO's policies and procedures. So it's important that that you sign this and return it to me.
Okay.
I'll just check over here. The other thing worked when we're talking about signing and giving consent is there will be cover pages on the in the assessment, and you will see that there's 3 assessment cover pages. Just remember to make sure you sign and date all the components in the cover page.
Sure.
And in this one, it's a little bit different. You need to include the number of pages in the actual submission.
Okay.
So you have to
Right.
count what the pages are, just so then I know when I'm assessing that I haven't missed any pages.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Good. Yep.
So it
Great.
it's not a deal breaker, but it's important that you do have the number
Okay.
of pages there.
Yeah.
I'll just go back to here. The cover sheet, your consent. Now, if you receive a grade of not satisfactory or not competent, you do have the right to appeal. And we have a procedure that we follow. So if you feel that your assessment hasn't been assessed fairly, then yes, contact me and we can go through that process. So you have the right to appeal.
Okay.
The other thing is when you submit your assessments, it might come back as not yet satisfactory. Now remember, that means not a fail, it just means you're not yet satisfactory. And not yet satisfactory can be for several reasons. It could be that you have answered a question incorrectly. It could be that you've completely missed a section in the assessment. And it could also be that the evidence you've given hasn't been sufficient. You might need to enrich that answer a little bit more.
Okay.
So if I do come back with a not yet satisfactory, don't take it personally. It's just you need, I will give you the direct feedback on what needs to be resubmitted.
Right.
And when you resubmit, do a new cover page and
Okay,
put
so
it
we
in.
won't have to complete the whole
No,
page. It'll be
no,
specific
just yes,
to what
yep.
is
So
great.
on the cover sheet, the cover sheet that you have,
Yep.
I provide the feedback, and
Okay.
even when I return it back, I will have some notes on there
Great.
and to lead you and support you. I
Excellent.
won't give you the answer,
No.
but I can definitely guide you in the right
Fantastic.
direction.
Okay.
So just remember, a not yet is just means not yet.
Okay.
Yep, it's
Okay,
not pass
cool.
or fail. So I think that covers everything. Again, if you've got any questions, I know I've given you a lot of information this afternoon, so please email me. I'll answer as quickly as I can, and if I don't know the answer to your questions, I will definitely seek and ask a colleague or the trainer manager
Great.
and get back to you.
Okay.
I think apart from that, has anyone got any questions?
No, I think that's
All been covered?
Very
Yeah,
clear.
excellent.
Thank you.
All right, no worries. Okay.
Thank
Well, best of luck and we'll be in contact.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jacinta.